It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Alright, everybody, welcome back to another edition of the Vib3z Podcast. I'm your homeboy, your mastermind, your everything, the Virgo, and I am joined by my co-host.
Oh, you want me to give it to him?
Give it to him.
All right, boom. So, this your boy, King, your favorite Leo, and
maybe not my favorite.
I mean, maybe not your favorite, but at least top 5. And I'm joined here. I'm gonna let her introduce herself because her cooking already speaks. So go ahead, do your thing.
Hey guys, this is Tia, Dennis by Pretty T. Just chilling with these black owners right here. But to just tune in, see what's going on.
She wanted to be modest, so we're gonna go ahead and kick it off. So, tell us about this business that you just out here thriving in.
Well, I'm a new chef. I'm out here. I work for the city of Baltimore. I've been working for the city of Baltimore for about 5 years, but I always liked to cook. Like, I always had a passion for cooking. I was just one of those people who never really thought that I could really open my own business or whatever. So, you know, all of the things going on in my head, is they going to support me? You know, I don't know a lot of people. I don't know, are they going to like the food? Mm-hmm. So I just, what really sparked it off was my cousins was like, you still want to do the dinners or whatever? Mm-hmm. Like, you know, just not really having any kind of thinking that I'm going to do it. So I was like, okay, say less. So I put my menu out and I was banging. Like, I sold out.
Big money.
you know they mean something, they say less.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you that I can do that shit. And I'm going to show myself that I can do that shit. And so I did it, and they were just calling me like, you know, are you selling dinners today? Are you selling dinners today? And I'm like, no, on Fridays, because I got a full-time job. So then I was like, I was getting so much love. And
so you was cooking all this food in one day?
One day. One day, the first day I did the dinners, I cooked and I went back to work. No cap.
Damn!
Grind don't stop.
No cap, really, really. And then I was like, I'm not out here about to just be selling dinners. Like, I'm about to be selling platters, but I'm about to provide everybody with a food experience. So I'm about to LLC my shit.
Hey.
I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? You know, get my logo, get my business cards, and go to school. So I had shut down so I could, you know, get my food certification.
I had nothing but goals and aspirations.
And I was just doing it. Like, I'm so proud of myself. I got, you know, ways and ways to go. But just to jump out there, a lot of people just be fearless just to even make that first step. And that first step is the most important step because it's showing you that I was on like a high. I'm like, damn. One time I made what I make at my job. In 2 weeks, I made that in a day.
Oh, yeah. That's when you like, oh, fuck this job.
Real shit. Real shit.
That's when you can't talk to me type of way. Like, you say, what? Okay, wait. Right.
But I'm humble. I'm not even like that. I go to work. I do 100%. I give 100% of my job, but I let them know that Dinners by Pretty T comes first. So I'm in there working, and I'm in there doing Dinners by Pretty T.
How you make your full-time job your side hustle? Hey. I mean, I work here, but I don't work here. All right.
You heard her say Dinners by Pretty T come first. Black people are the only ones you know are going to say, look, this is what I'm doing at your job.
They going to go to your establishment and be like, I'm not coming to 9:30.
But when you an asset for somebody, they going to let you do what the fuck you want to do.
Won't they?
Because I get my job done. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it was so important to me to continue to grow. Like, that was one of the most important things, and I'm not letting anything stand in my way. So I came to my boyfriend, and I was like, yeah, like this shit jumping off.
Wow.
So we came up with a name, and it's by Vib3z, LLC, and we just been racking
Well,
up.
if y'all not watching this, it's somebody standing next door. I don't want to say no name. But he can go ahead and introduce himself.
Introduce yourself. Baby.
My name is Ken. I'm local in Baltimore City.
King act like I want to talk.
Let me tell before y'all talk, let me tell y'all, once he gonna drop some knowledge, because that he really is the one that showed me that, you know what I'm saying, a 9 to 5 is not always what's up. Entrepreneurship is the way to go. So I'm gonna let him introduce yourself, but trust me when I tell you, you're gonna leave out of here with some information.
There you go, brother.
I fully understand.
Nah, I basically just try to push the envelope to Tia that, the means of a job isn't just all it has to be. And if it is, just make sure you use it as a tool to get where you gotta go. And a lot of times people we don't even know how to spend the money. You can give a person $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $1 million, but if you don't know what to do with it, you just gonna be another used to be.
Oh, you gonna be facts.
You gonna be another used to be talking about what you used to do and all of that. And I never was that person to go into what I used to do unless it was for betterment of gain for yourself or somebody else. You know what I mean?
Well, we asked this question on the last episode. What do you think? This your lady, right? You on this show, all right. So before you met your lady, I'm pretty sure you know lazy women, dealt with lazy women.
Oh,
so tell us, since we got a man on the show, what come with dealing with a gorgeous, with a successful woman? Because not many people, everybody want that until they get it, and they're like, ooh.
Not just a pretty woman, or a pretty successful woman with a boss.
Ooh.
I'll say the most thing that any man will run into is the clash of each other's mindset. Your mindset could be going this way. This person's mindset is going this way. Now, one of y'all is going negative.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
So it'll be who of y'all, and especially if children is in the mix, to get that aligned. Because if you don't, then you're just going to be a lost cause, and especially to the two examples that you might have up under you. So 4 or 5 or 6, no matter how many kids you got. You know what I mean? So you really just got to always be setting that bar every day. It can't just be games and fun zone. I know it's a different day and age now, and I keep telling people, like, we're in the information age, so I can tell you 1 or 2 things about Bitcoin. You'll be a millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? But we're not in the industrial age, whereas though you got to go to school to learn this and do what you got to do. Nowadays, you just do what you got to do. And if y'all aren't a light mindset, I won't say it won't work, but that journey is definitely going to be bumpy.
Yeah.
And if you're not able to handle those bumps, well, your suspension.
They said, well.
I don't know what to tell you.
Your suspension is just going to be all off. You know what I mean?
I just met this man.
Yeah, I told you.
And he tried to make me run through a wall. I'm feeling real inspired. Like I
thought it
back
was
to
just
school.
Listen,
I thought it was just.
listen, I get it around the clock.
God damn.
I get it around the clock.
So we just booked this episode. I'm gonna need to book y'all for another.
That's what we want. That's what we want.
Definitely.
That's what we want.
Definitely.
We would want it to be to the point where, and I was just talking to Tia about this. This is something that's not illegal that a lot of people could do. You could refer to whoever your clientele is and tell them to call a local radio station or podcast station, TV station, and let them know what y'all doing.
Facts.
People on the news is doing that all day long. Like, all day long. They calling in and saying, hey, Joan Sarberg is on 44th Street and she's giving out turkeys. But a lot of us as black people, or I say minority, we don't ask for help. We don't go out and seek the things that we need. We'll sit there and think, oh, somebody's going to come in here and give us everything we need.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it ain't going to be like that at all. You know what I mean? And a lot of us got that blame in our heart. We got to blame everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Tia, you going to be 60-something talking about the city ain't giving my pension. The pension is that 401k and all that is
Don't
dead.
trust that shit.
No lie. He asked me one day, like, well, why do you want to retire with the city? And I'm like, you know, to get the pension. That's all. That's the only reason. Mm-hmm. I didn't have any other reasons. So I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this.
I definitely get it though. I used to be a CO, so I understand wanting to work to get that retirement, but
of course, yeah.
It's nothing wrong with
that security.
Yeah,
it's nothing.
Then that's all it is. It's the security of it.
But I say a lot of people that work don't know their purpose. So that's the downside to working. A lot of times you so focused on helping this person reach their goals and whatever they have to do, become a millionaire. You're helping them.
Right.
So, you know, when do you ever stop and take the time to focus on what you got to do?
Yeah.
The things
just think, if you're making $80,000 at your job, you're worth triple that.
By yourself. I always think you work. I told her that, like, you're worth that by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you a bad motherfucker when you know your worth.
So what's more important to you? I'm going to switch it up. If you had to choose fame or notoriety, which one you going with?
Well, what exactly is notoriety?
People around Baltimore know you popping in Baltimore. Fame, you popping everywhere. Philly, Jersey.
I'm not big on fame. I'm big on my people.
Mm.
Like, I'm so big on my people. I'm like a give back person. Okay. Like, let me get in the hood and hire these motherfuckers.
Oh, she gonna have
over the
boys.
people. I'm gonna have them working for pretty team. Listen, not even working with. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're not in your right environment, your right element to really know your purpose or your passions. Come with me. I'm offering massages, free meals, all of that. Yeah, no. Fame, to me, I feel like you can have it and you can be miserable. Mm. I want to be around love, support. I'm very close to my man and my kids. Mm. That's period. We gonna rock out this man and this brain of his, me, like, yeah, we gonna be good. But I definitely want to go to Cali. I got people in my DM like, hey, can you come out here to cater? I'll pay you or whatever. Everywhere, global. But my people mean so much to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been homeless.
You were raised here?
I was raised here. White Lock.
Okay. How about you? Were you raised here?
Nah. I'm actually from Chester, Pennsylvania. I grew up, did all my schooling and all of that in Wilmington, Delaware. So I'm a little all over.
Oh, okay. So you don't claim Philly. He's in Pennsylvania.
Honestly, I'm going to keep it 100. I never was the one to even be like, this is my block.
Oh, okay.
I just say this is me. You know what I mean? Because if you don't know who you is, how you going to know who you is on the block? Mm-hmm. How you going to know how to play your position on the block? Or just anywhere in life. You know, if you don't know who you are as a person. Mm-hmm. So before you even go to saying this my city or this my hood, you gotta get your mind right and yourself so that you be able to be there for somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Facts.
No matter how big I get, Baltimore is going to be it for me. Like, hey, what you doing under the bridge? It's Baltimore for me, yes. What you doing under the bridge? Like, I see people giving them sandwiches and everything. I'll give them whole platters, macaroni and cheese, string beans for free.
Oh, you out here
for free? Because listen, the universe is going to fucking take care of me. I'm not concerned about the cash. I'm going to get it back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I want to. Nobody helped me.
Who taught you how to cook? Like when
that was my thing.
My grandmother, like, well, my grandmother. Real shit.
With a black person, it starts with your grandmother.
It starts like that's the matriarch. That's the matriarch of the family. But when I was younger, I used to watch Martha Stewart, Rachel Ray. That's my girl. You know what I'm saying? So I get the recipes from her, but I put my own twist on it. Like, this is some down south people taste my food and they like, oh my fucking God. Like, so much. It was definitely my grandmother. You know, I was one of those people where my cousins and everything was out ripping and running the streets, you know, no offense to y'all, doing everything they was doing. I was in the books and I was in the kitchen. Really. I used to cook and Keenan would always be like, you know, like, you need to sell this. Like, people need, I bought y'all some stuff too to try.
You can't tell it, but I'm
I bought 3 because I'm like, I'm gonna just take 1, and my baby, he like take 3. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take 3. I was selling the little small ones that I bought for y'all. They like, fuck that, we want the pans. We want the pans of this shit.
And how long you been doing this?
How long have I been doing this? Since January.
Oh, you knew.
When it's your time, timing is every fucking thing. When it's your time, nothing going to get in your way. And the universe going to see to it that you make it happen. It's just that one fucking step.
So what we saying is, by next January 2022, 2023, by the latest, we seeing a store out here.
Man.
3 stores.
3, yeah.
3 stores.
Yeah, different locations in different cities.
You going to be in Baltimore, Orange Mills, Glen Burnie, where we gonna be at?
Hey.
West side, East side, and South.
Hey, you know, I'm also offering meal prep. You don't need to go all the way out Orange Mills to get, you know what I'm saying, a smoothie. You can come to Pretty Tea.
I've never heard out of the 3 chefs that we had say they offered meal prep.
Listen, my grandma had diabetes. My grandma had high blood pressure. I'm not trying to, you know, listen, I'm going to offer you everything. This is going to be a one-stop shop.
Listen, you heard her say a food experience in the beginning.
Experience. From the minute you come to me and say, hey, I give somebody $100 right now, cash. If they said that their experience with me was not up to par, because it's not just about the quality of your food, it's about the fucking customer service.
But okay, it's all about that. So let's say when you start popping and everything like that, and you see that bad review, because everybody gonna have a bad review.
Right.
Are you gonna let that simmer on you?
Definitely not.
Have you had a bad review?
I haven't.
Oh, that's why.
But I'm not. I've actually had somebody critique my food, so I will say that. They gave me an 8 out of 10. They said the platters that I was serving, they weren't really sturdy. I didn't say, you know, fuck you, you know, buy your own fucking. I didn't say. I said thank you so much for your support and your feedback. That's what I said.
That next day,
and I went to where we went. Sam's got some new shit. Eco fucking wear, all that.
Restaurant store.
how do you feel? Since y'all seem like y'all got a healthy relationship, how you feel about that Portia situation?
Oh man, I'm not one of them type of bitches. Like I don't know what to call it, because I don't really like to judge, you know. We just looking from the outside in, for real. But I wouldn't approve of that. I feel like that's some snake shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I'm loyal. I'm faithful. I'm a one woman. You ain't got to worry about me dipping, going here, there, everywhere. My friends' mans, I don't even look at. You know what I'm saying? I look to them like, can I speak? Can I say hi?
But is that from your man that y'all gain that type of respect?
My man is not. He not a jealous person. He not a, you know, boisterous. He let me do my thing. You know what I'm saying? So we just have that respect. But trust me, we're working. This is a work in progress. I be down his throat. He be down my throat. Real shit. Because because, you know, we're not here to lie or tell a lie or anything like that. We're working on it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Some shit you gotta fucking work on sometimes. So yeah, but I would never do no snake shit like that.
All right, man to man.
Man.
Do you think he was fooling around with Shorty before his divorce?
Ooh.
I don't even think he knows.
All right, so
He's not really into that.
Drop the situation.
So let's say you and your lady right here getting married, right? You introduced her to an associate. Y'all hung out 5-6 times. Y'all fall out, and now she's engaged to the associate about 20 days after your divorce.
Engaged, baby.
You want my honest answer?
I want your honest answer.
Or what I think or what I would do.
What you do?
Okay. Well, honestly, I gotta say first, if anybody was to do that, knowing the course of what we doing, what we working on, what we working towards, if you were willing to go ahead and break down and do that, and you was never really here from the start, so what I'd have to do is go ahead and show you that you can do this by me doing it. You get what I'm saying? Like whatever the scenario is. So I'll just take us for instance. You know, I wouldn't sit there and be sad and miserable about the situation. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to tell you that feeling doesn't come, but it's how long it's there for. You get what I'm saying? And you got to kind of exit it out your system. Mm-hmm. However that is, many people have different vices. And I'm speaking to men specifically because a lot of times we don't know how to deal with it. You get to put your hands on people, you get to talking crazy, you know, saying things that you might not have, you know, really done. Mm-hmm. And, you know, honestly, all this is going to be my nonprofit organization also for mental health. But
you threw that in there.
Pull up the schedule.
Listen, I can't ask this man
you
questions.
Listen, this is the man right here.
He's the type of man, you be like, yo, I want to fight. And he'd be like, come on, bro.
And then
talk
you instantly stop.
Like, bro, I don't want to, but I will engage if you so deem necessary.
Like a T.I.
Little T.I.
No, it's Big Keenan, right?
Yeah, I got his own little.
And a lot of men can really learn because he young and he been through some shit. You can hear it in the way he talk. Can you hear me? In the way he talks. So a lot of niggas, they probably put hands on a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Just out fuck your homegirl, fuck your sister. That's some shit that a mom on niggas.
Yeah, no more.
Yeah, I really think that comes from, you know, a man's mental stability. You know, a lot of us don't have it. You know, we don't know how to cope with it. We don't know how to. You just don't know what you don't know. You know what I mean? So if you don't know how to process a situation, you're not going to know how to, you know, process a situation. You don't even try to work on maybe for the next time. Damn, how could I have said that? Or how could I have done? You know, so, I mean, just to tie it all into the main question, though, like, you know, honestly, me as a man, you got to just try to be better. It always wasn't like this.
Oh, we know these lights hot.
Yeah. Well, I'm really nervous. I'm really a shy person.
What? We about to break that out over the vibes. So,
definitely.
Boom, you got women looking at you, children, other men. When it comes to your cooking, your style of cooking, what do you think when somebody tastes your food, they can be like, oh, I know where this came from? Like, you feel like you can inspire people through your words, clearly, and through your food?
Yeah, definitely. My boyfriend always said, you know, like I had this food critic come to my house and review my food.
Oh, you take no games.
I play no games because I'm 33. I've been playing games for 32 years. So, I mean, come on now. Like, time waits for nobody. Mm-hmm. The first thing she said was, this food is good as shit.
What was it that you made?
I made her, it was like it was the honey garlic salmon with the baked mac, sweet potatoes, string beans, and I gave her banana pudding. Did you
think, was that your best dish, or how did you go about choosing that?
That was what was on the menu. Because my best dish is every dish, and I'm not even. I'm humble.
Listen, that's confidence.
I'm humble.
That's confidence.
You Michael Jordan before you won a ring.
Let me know what's on mine though, baby. He my taste tester, and he tell me like this got too much salt. First of all, I don't even use salt. I don't.
You don't use salt.
I don't use salt.
Okay.
I don't use salt.
You just gotta taste them.
You gotta put your order in. You gotta put your order in. But the second thing she said was, you can taste her passion through her cooking. Mm. That's enough for me because that's my mission.
That's one thing you got with food. You gotta have passion. Like, I don't feel like it's good if you don't.
I see people like, are we selling dinners this week? Or we doing that? You gotta focus on, cause first of all, I'm so grateful for my customers because they don't have to spend their money here. They don't have to spend their money with Pretty T, but they do, so I'm going to accommodate you. And this is from the time you're in my DM, my email, everything. The first thing I say, thank you for supporting Dinners by Pretty T. Even if you don't place an order, you know what I'm saying? You're going to remember me. You're going to place an order, so I don't trip. You know what I'm saying?
You taking the stereotype off of platters, because I remember way back when somebody be like, oh, some such is selling platters. It was really hit or miss.
That's right, it was. And that's what I'm not about to do. That's what I'm not about to do. Oh, I left your drink. Let me cash app you, and I'm going to give you a free drink on the next one.
Oh, I'll talk about you after that. Like, definitely go to Pretty T.
Definitely come to Pretty T. You know what I'm saying? I had another lady. I could pull it up on my Instagram right now. She said, let me tell you, a lot of these business owners, chefs, whoever, won't speak on it. Their customer service is not up to par.
Right.
And I feel like maybe when you get a big enough or something, you start to really lax or fall back from your customers, and it's like,
because it's too many customers.
Right. Pretty T's, you gonna get that every single time, or it's gonna be a problem. I asked them when they Pretty T's my delivery driver as well. How was your delivery?
You got deliveries?
Yeah, I
thought you just had to go pick it up.
No, we over the city. We all over the city. This man go from east to west to county. I asked them, how was your delivery? I don't just say, how was your food? How was your delivery? Did he say thank you? Did he accommodate? Because I want to, it's my reputation. It's so much more than just a platter. Don't repost my shit and say, oh, hey, she's selling dinners. No, tell the motherfuckers I'm providing a food experience.
Make a video with you eating the food. Yeah.
I got them.
See, that brings a humbleness to it. Like, you got a lot of black people specifically that make dinners, cook food, and all that. That have an arrogance to their shit.
I don't know why.
Definitely not that person. I ain't never had a. Listen, people, I ain't never had a food yet. But I can already tell that shit good just from the humbleness of it.
She was humble when she slid in the email. I was like, who this? Okay.
Oh, the email. Yeah, prettytdinners@gmail.com. That's mostly for my catering orders.
Okay, I thought I got this from HR.
When we're ordering plat, I'm at my 9 to 5 writing up my catering contracts. Okay? Don't fuck with me. When you order a platter, it's okay to go in my DM. Feel free. But catering, all of that, hit my email, definitely.
Damn.
All right, so I got, what's like the go-to or like that number one requested dish from your customers?
Salmon.
Yeah, I'm about to say
salmon.
He got loud on salmon.
But I mean, they fuck with the lamb chops.
I like lamb chops.
They like the pasta. I can't take that off the menu.
What kind of pasta?
All kind. Lamb chops, shrimp, salmon.
I wasn't even expecting another answer for pasta. All of them.
too.
You got the fillets?
Hey.
Okay.
I had 2 customers order one each.
Do you think now with your growing success that you would transfer and try to go work in like a kitchen somewhere or an establishment? Or would you like stay with your own and build your brand?
I would do it all. I would do it all to get that experience.
You can't beat experience. You can't.
You can't beat knowledge. You know, you never stop learning.
Okay, Miss Jordan.
Oh,
You was just saying how you started your business from the ground up. Would you stop your full-time job to go get that experience if it wasn't really paying you enough?
definitely.
So you'll make that sacrifice for the experience.
Definitely, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so worth. It's helping. I'm not trying to be a rap leader all my life. I'm trying to be a chef. So yeah, you put me in the kitchen. Don't pay me nothing because I'm gonna get that experience and I'm taxing it.
I just always try to tell her, like, just think of something that you would do for free, and that's how you find your passion.
Right.
If you would interview people around the city for free, this is what you love to do. And this is what you'll be amazing at. You know what I'm saying? Amazing. Like, can't nobody take it from you. Like, when I walked in here, I felt like I was at Action News.
Listen, we have...
So it's like, you know...
Definitely.
The whole 9, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just like you and your food experience, we are interview experience.
Yes. I mean, I got the hookah, I got the drink.
We're not just called the Vib3z Podcast. We are a vibe. Like, you gotta feel it.
Yes, you got to. You don't want people uncomfortable and, don't want to say a word. They don't know how to move. They don't know what to do. So from the moment... I hit you. You was just amazing.
I was on.
Like,
Immediately
let me tell you, I was going to fucking cancel.
What?
We was late. I hate being late. I don't like to be late.
Don't look away. You start talking about late. He said, "Shit."
You late? You want them late ones? You want them late ones?
Listen,
I'm a stickler. I'm a stickler.
Don't you sit here and lie.
You gotta tell the whole fucking.
So what you gonna do is just throw that out there on the air, right?
No comment about lateness.
They try to
That's what we doing.
But I'm like, no, I'm gonna go. He coming with me. He asked my son come. So yeah.
So do you, when you was talking about sacrifice, do you feel like people can reach their full potential if they just sacrifice when they're in their early, mid-20s and not when they get 34, 39, 38? Because you missed out on a lot of experiences. So you feel like, does a sense of urgency go as you get older, or is just circumstance-based?
Definitely, I feel like circumstance-based, but I also feel like timing is everything because I wasn't in the right mindset to do this shit.
What was you thinking about?
I was thinking about working for the fucking city.
Oh, you got stuck in that.
Before I met him, I was, keep it real, fucking with niggas, getting money, and, that's the kind of person
That's that Baltimore that came out.
That out, shouting clatters. What the fuck? I ain't. You know what I'm saying? What my mindset wasn't there. So I would say any age, but timing is really everything. But you have to make that sacrifice.
People be scared. Listen.
I was fucking scared. I was scared shitless. I was like, oh my God, I ain't got no orders yet. What the fuck?
I'm going to speak on a business tip with you. So when we first made this studio, we, and primarily me, was scared as fuck. It was alright, I gotta get the space.
Right.
I'm gonna furnish the space.
Right.
Get the guests.
Right.
Alright, boom, I spent the money. Now how am I gonna get the money?
How you gonna get that money? And you gotta keep the lights on in this motherfucker. And you gotta keep the lights on at your shit. Right.
But you ain't even know.
When you up late nights,
Ooh.
It's the money right here.
Ooh. But you know, God say the faith is tiny as a mustard seed, and we don't really apply. We go, oh, I got to pay these bills. Like, I got to take care of my kids. They gonna need shit. No, I'm gonna put that off. You looked up. You done put it off for 10 years, and you still working for the city.
You don't be the mailman that's been there for 45 years.
I know some people like that.
These mailmen don't even got uniforms. I had a mailman show up.
Rain, sleet, snow, and hail.
That man had Dickies, Nike boots, and a white beater and said, "Hey, here."
Sweating and shit.
Looking for something.
I feel like the turning point for me was during the pandemic. I've been working since the pandemic started. I never stopped working. They never offered us a mental health day. I had to fight fucking tooth and nail to get off for 2 weeks with pay just so I could accommodate my child. I work in a recreation center, so I can't bring my daughter to a recreation center to fund y'all business.
And you was gonna pay?
I wasn't gonna pay.
Oh.
Just accommodate me in some kind of way.
And yeah, I work for you.
I'm working for you, and I'm working. I give my all. I give my all there. I'm a recreation leader too, so I'm considered an assistant director. I program.
You ain't about to skip that. Wind this back in the editing. Say that one more again.
I'm a rec leader too, aka an assistant director. So I program all the programs for all the city kids in the community.
She said that jungle gym, that's my shit.
Bro, she
That
not just
program,
boss in her own business.
that
She a boss in your business.
I got dinners, but I got cooking with Pretty Tea on Mondays at the rec. Come see me, 10 o'clock.
The hustle is unmatched.
So y'all don't want to give me a day off to get my mind right?
They gonna work you. That's why starting your own business, it's gonna be hard. But that struggle when you start making that $20,
Right.
You value these people.
Right, and just think, I'm not here to do it. I'm here to put somebody else on.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm here to fucking do. I told you I was homeless in a shelter. I'm ready to call in and see how I can donate some food or donate some clothes. It was people in there they was just sad. They didn't know. I was in there with my child. With that one right over there. He's 13 now. When that shit happened, I think he was like 3. So yeah, I gotta get people squeeze you niggas. They probably think, you don't know what their life is.
You don't know how they got there.
Right. I'm not here for that. I'm here to help you elevate. Let you see your full potential. Nah, this ain't, or if this is it, how can we elevate it? You know what I'm saying? How can we make you see that you matter?
One thing that stuck out from you and the other chefs, y'all amazing. I tried that shit.
They are amazing.
But
everybody is.
I feel like you skipped the major parts where they were saying being a woman and trying to come up. I didn't know cooking this type of level was male dominated.
Right.
I did not know.
Right.
So do you feel like it's hard to get your footing in a male dominated field?
I don't. Because my work is going to speak for itself.
Yeah. Gender excluded.
I'm doing the lady who does 820 Waters. I don't know her name for sure, but
you said what's her name?
Her Instagram is 820. She has a black-owned water company.
Oh, she coming up.
Yeah.
You can't be letting her guess out like that.
I was trying to tell you that.
Yeah, shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
I actually had the
See?
So
That's black owned. She's having a banana pudding contest. Yeah, so I didn't enter.
When is this?
This is in October, so you are a little minute, but I'm hooked. I'm neck and neck with some of the people, some of the males.
Hey, Too Temple, put that on our camera.
They got storefronts and they got way bigger followers. I'm humble though. Don't
when this store? Oh, this homemade. Damn.
Hey, I'll give you a business. You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't think that. I don't think that at all. I go in there and I congratulate everybody. Because it's never me versus them. It's always me versus me.
Now, when you said that before I started this business angle on my life, when people say it's me versus me, I never got that. Like, bullshit, you got all these people competing. But then I realized, yo, if you just better than what you were yesterday, you can outwork everybody.
You can. You really can. And it's like, what would make you come to Dennis by Pretty T versus somebody else? What would make you do that?
Shit, experience.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
do you undercut your meals to match the competitor, or you do what you do?
I do what I think the customer wants.
Mm-hmm.
So my shit is stacked up. Let me give y'all
the level of confidence.
Never lower yourself for nobody else.
So that's a Chessman one. That's to the top. And I got an Oreo cheesecake one from a man doing all the hard work.
Look at him. He got
Shout out to our producer over there. This lad works hard.
All right, Pretty T. I'm going to try your shit.
Tell me what you think.
All right. Let's see. All right. Now, you want our honest opinion, right?
Of course.
All right. Let's see. Don't mind that noise. Let's see.
Hey, listen.
So y'all have the regular Chessman and he has the Oreo.
Fuck a diet.
Yeah, people when they send money through my Cash App, they say this is for my cheat day meal.
Yep.
Hold on. I done ate this like 5 times.
Goddamn.
No, your honest opinion.
Okay. My honest opinion, this shit jump.
Thank you.
What's different is it's not as sweet, which I like.
This up there with my grandma.
Yeah.
But I tell you.
It don't have the chunky bananas, but you taste it still.
Right.
Oh, this shit.
Thank you.
So you know how?
Yeah.
I said that the grandma test.
How you like
If
it?
you mention your grandma and how it tastes, you already know it's good.
Oh, this shit.
What? You know how when you feel like nobody can top your mama or be up there with your mama and them cooking? This, that.
Like, all right,
That. Let's just say 50-50, because I don't want to.
Oh, no, you not. Ain't nobody topping my mama.
Right.
I ain't gonna never say that.
Right.
But
See, my mama, she ain't really too much of a cook.
Thank you. I'm not to say Rhonda can't cook. So this better than my mom.
She had to work. That's what she had to do.
So yeah, I'm in there, whipping it up. You know what I'm saying? Strawberry banana, Oreo, chat, whatever you want. Hey, I got you. I give out testers. I gave out the man at my job. The next week, he placed a pan order. I gave him a small one for free. So, I mean...
So, you love your business. Let's strip that. Strip your business, strip your child, strip your man. Bare bones. If somebody said, tell me who Pretty T is, what you gonna say? Bare bones.
I'm a work in progress. Like, I'm growing. Like, I'm evolving. I'm just better as a human being. I used to be a bitch.
Why was you so bitchy?
Man, I don't know. I just had a grudge. I just had a grudge. I didn't care about what people thought of me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see if I had that mindset going into selling platters or, having my business, I wouldn't have made it. If somebody would have been like, oh, I had one person, misjudge my menu. And she said, oh, no, I don't want it. I would have cussed her ass out. Mm-hmm. I didn't do that. I said, thank you. Have a great day.
Shit, tasting this, I want to cuss her ass out.
That shit good. I ain't gonna front. So, let me get this out. So, what I'm saying is a woman that came from homelessness, that came from Baltimore, you put both of them together, you're not supposed to be here.
Hey.
So you a woman, and you a black woman.
Hey, I mean, So it's stacked. The odds are stacked up against me to work my 9 to 5 because that's what my mom told me to do.
Mm-hmm.
She told me I went to college. That wasn't for me. I went to college. She told me get a 9 to 5 and make sure you have that career.
So you stack all levels.
Listen, what God got for you is what's for you.
It's already written for us. It's already written for us, so you can't tell a person what to do or look at them a certain way because, you know, what the white people tell them kids?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't telling them they got IRAs and shit but from out the moon when they born.
Mm-hmm.
Side portfolios.
Yeah. Why can't we have that? We can.
You can.
We can.
It's
and
like,
once you see that, there's no stopping you.
The bad part is when everybody say the information out there. That used to be the stigma.
Right.
It's 2021.
Right.
You got master classes.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
You get a gold degree online.
Shit.
Alright, so I just got to ask this, Ty, how's the Oreo?
That shit's slick.
He want to try that.
That man
Get
stuff.
on the camera. Get on the camera and
Don't
say
leave that by itself.
Goodness.
He might get up in there.
Alright, so off the topic of your delicious food, do you feel, now your man can't answer, you give me traditional vibes, but not all the way.
Right.
So, you in love, right?
Right.
Love ain't got no bounds?
Right.
You ain't say that.
That was a hesitation, right?
No.
Okay. Would you marry your man?
No.
I mean, yeah, we all been there.
No. You see, you keep wording the question right.
But no, the question was, would
to
you propose to him?
No.
Oh, damn.
See, that's what I'm saying. You worded the question wrong.
Yeah.
The black love we got going on right here. Of course you gonna say yeah, but then you gotta say what you propose to.
Why do you think, for you, that you would, in the stigma that women have if a woman proposed to a man is looked down on?
I'm not one to judge. I'm just more traditional in that setting.
Oh, she said you gonna marry me.
No. You're
Nigga,
propose.
You gonna say it.
Right.
You gonna say it.
Right. That's just it. I'm just more traditional in that setting. So
Oh yeah.
I don't judge a motherfucker. If they want to propose, more power to you. But
She said not over here.
I can't do that. But I'm gonna fuck with you.
I'm gonna let you take it over. Cause I wanna eat my cake.
I don't need no eat it too though. That's my cake. That's
Did that come when you changed it to this whole new woman? Was it through your struggles or was it through me and him? Because it sounded like he pushed you to start that business.
He did. Like it was real. It was 50-50, but it was. I'm gonna say maybe like 70-30. 70.
listen, when you find the right person, make you want to elevate yourself.
Yeah, and it's just amazing. And he never, my attitude was so negative. I was on some fuck nigga shit basically when I met him, and it was so organic. He didn't do anything extra. He was just a well-rounded guy. He didn't want anything from me. He just want me to be better.
Oh, were you always like this, man? Like every woman, you were just out here promoting the business? We need to get you a GoFundMe. You can't just be out here like this.
Nah. I wasn't always like that, man.
So what changed you? Was it me and her, or were you already in the transition?
What changed it for me was just always running up against the wall in life. The same wall, meeting the same women with the same attitudes, doing the same things over and over again.
Once you do that so many times,
Right.
you notice it like, damn.
You do.
But
If that's what you want. Because it had to be what he wanted. If he didn't want more or better, some people are okay with women with nasty attitudes, and because they getting what they're getting out of them. But when you trying to build,
that shit ain't it.
No, and this man is trying to build.
But fuck your favorite motivational speaker. This mine right
Hey
here.
yo, I'm
This
just
mine right
saying.
here.
I'm just saying.
Listen, this man been inspiring me since he walked in the door.
This man been inspiring me since I've been with him.
So what's a toxic trait that, I'm going to put you on a hot seat. What's a toxic trait that she has that you accept and a toxic trait that he has that you accept?
We just talked about this yesterday.
Let's hear these toxics.
Baby, you go first.
It was her attitude.
When you say attitude, what you mean? Y'all already talked about it. She know.
Hey, do your thing.
I mean, it's not like no secret, not like that. It was just more or less like, you gotta understand, you just don't know what you don't know. So if you trying to go somewhere like in the business world or moving what you do.
Did you slip and slide this question?
I mean, I'm just saying.
Talk about my attitude.
So he went from her attitude to
He was like,
business.
she
Right.
business,
You gotta understand, like it's like the motivation. If it's not there to want to change or be better, like you just think like how any will respond to somebody that's of an older echelon, and they just when they respond to them, they take it in a negative light. But that's what they know. They only know how to respond with anger or how they're feeling, and not just actually get it done efficiently.
But some people like toxicity.
Yeah, some people do.
And I
I think honestly, I'm gonna
that
say
blocking on Instagram and shit.
block the shit out of you.
I'm gonna give you a perspective right now.
Go ahead.
With the blocking, I just got with that because some people you do have to. You feel me? However, what I do say to the first part was that like, take it like people just gonna be people. You know what I mean? People come from all different types of situations. If you like, I just had an incident yesterday. Case in point, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's a real show. Bust it then.
No, for real. Like, I was simply going to get a tire change, but I mean, not a tire change. I had to get a nail out of the tire. I said, man, I get my nail out the tire. Okay, cool. Now, he doesn't know that I have an extensive car background.
He don't know you.
He don't know me, but I used to work at Mr. Tire for 5 years. Before that, worked at AutoZone. So
that's your warehouse.
So I did all of, besides just those two, it's more than that for me. I actually worked on cars. So what he did was use the power gun to take it off. And the car was raised. I already seen that was an issue and a problem because in my line of work, you're supposed to use a torque bar to take it off. Now, I already seen this play out now. I already felt like this was God testing me with where this could go. Because I'm like, I see he's not going to say nothing. So I see he's just going to let this build up and going to say at the end, your shit's broke. Which he did. So I could have done two things. And this person also, I also noticed before, at one point in time, he didn't used to carry a pistol for personal because he's a business owner. So, I felt like maybe he needed it or whatever. But I already seen where this could go instantaneously. And he might be feeling like, oh, okay, your shit's broke and you gotta go fix it. I'm just like, well, at least if I go fix it, are you gonna be able to reimburse me? I'd have took you go get it, I pay 25% off.
This man is Jesus.
Right. You know what I mean? I just would have took that, but he just came with, your shit's broke, and I just had to take it. So I'm just like, 17. This would have been a whole nother scenario. I probably tried to take the gun off his hip.
She said it would have been different.
You know how many scenarios I've been in like that where it's like,
probably tried to take
this was
tire.
like 10 years ago?
I probably tried to take the tire and like bust the tire like over his head. The tire was off
Me
the
like
car.
10 years ago?
So
Man.
I'm just thinking of like I'm like, bro, like you ain't gotta be all of that. Over $5.
Yeah. But that come from just growth. Because like you said, 17, your head would have been bust.
Right.
But you don't even know.
Hey, Pretty T, we ain't forget that
we
you
did.
gotta give us your toxic trait for him that you would say. We ain't forget about that.
My toxic trait for this man is, I don't know, it was like I felt like he wasn't really trying to let me be myself. So just think about where I'm coming from. I'm coming from toxic, over toxic. I done been in abusive relationships and I stayed. You know what I'm saying? And I stayed, and I would have niggas put their hands on me and we fighting. And then we back together at the end of the night. So I'm looking at him like, you want to talk? And, you know, like, I'm on 10, nigga, what's up? And he like, you know, that's not the way to go. And I'm like, that is the way to go. That's the fucking way to go. Like, and he like, nah. So it was like a pushback, and he felt like I was like pushing him away. So I had to switch some shit up, but it's still a work in progress. But when you with somebody that see the bigger picture, they ain't got time for that shit. Like you it's niggas who really like that toxic shit.
There's levels to this
it's
toxic
definitely
shit.
levels, but when y'all
that man over there.
Hey, if it worked for you, it worked for you.
No, you're not about to put me out there. So me.
What about the toxic do you like though?
Alright, so
you want to get petty? Let's get petty. That's why
Aside from the fact that it might make the a little better when y'all 10, y'all come down and it's great, you know what I'm saying? But y'all still got that problem.
My problem would be, I like aggressive women. So this is where the maturity came from. So I was talking to my old lady or whatever, and I was thinking, because she a girl, but I was like, damn, if you just talk back a little bit, just give me a little pushback. I'm one of them. Like, that's all. I ain't going to hit you. But I can't be like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
And you be like,
okay.
Yeah. No, I'm going to need that energy.
Nah, see.
That's
all I want.
For me, I know. All right, good. When I say shut the fuck up, and he's like, all right.
We good.
We might got something right there.
Yeah. So that was like a block for us that we still working on now because, see, me, I blow money. That's a problem.
Oh, you know.
He a saver. I like to hang out, hit the hookah every once in a while. Hey, can I hit the casino, baby? You know what I'm saying? He like, no, we about to go in here.
Are you older than him?
I'm older than him.
How much?
Baby, tell him how old you is.
Don't do it. Bro.
I'm 26.
How old are you?
33.
Damn! Okay,
it's the 90s.
She was jigging in the 80s.
I mean, but this is it for me.
Why's always gotta be at least one with you, yo?
What? I'm just saying, she was in that 80s and he wasn't him.
Right. He wasn't. But look at him now.
So do you think, coming from you, man, that it's a difference in dating an older woman versus a young woman? Because I tried at 26 to date a fresh out of college, like 22-year-old. That shit ain't hitting.
Because your mindset was different.
I'm like, oh, I gotta go to work. I gotta pay my rent. I can't do that.
Yeah, right. The shit y'all talk about. Different.
Completely different. Going out. Girl, work.
But you gotta understand, see, what I realized, even just like being transparent with Tia, she got children and she had them early. So she didn't get to do all that party.
Yeah, you understand that.
Now she doing the partying.
She gotta get it out.
But I'm not even doing a lot.
Well,
What's not a lot?
Once or twice a month.
What's before COVID?
I was out there.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's before you.
No, I was out there when I first met him. He know, like, we was going to hotels every day. You know what I'm saying? I was going out. I would work my 9 to 5. I'd be out hitting the streets at 5:01.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't.
It's time to punch the clock.
That's him, baby. You see that tax book? Let's read about that. And now I'm all for it, but I'm 50. Maybe I'm 60-40. He's 100. I'm like, we can still, you know, but I see the bigger picture, so it's all good.
Hold on, I'm sorry. She said textbook.
It's
wrote off everything.
Right off all this shit.
His salary, everything.
So wait, you don't have no kids yourself?
No.
Okay. So tell me.
Damn, black unicorn.
I'm bitches over for
Do you
Your ass ain't going nowhere. I ain't got no baby mama girl to think about, nigga. You ain't going nowhere.
Do you feel like, because certain men don't, and I'm going to ask you, Pretty T, certain men don't know when you date a woman with a kid, nonetheless, more than one, that you stepping into something. So you can't just date her like
they
you
are
date.
a package deal.
but that's not how he came to me.
How'd y'all meet?
We met on Facebook.
Get the fuck?
We met on Facebook. He was chasing me for a minute.
From Philly? I mean, Pennsylvania?
Nah.
He was in Baltimore.
Oh, I was about to say, his reach is long.
But I mean, like, the timing is everything. I was with, you know, doing my thing, and, you know, he saw my picture, and he's just like,
What was the slide message? How you get her?
He said breakfast tomorrow.
Just like that under a picture?
I said she wasn't working at work.
Oh, right. I used to post little pictures on my stories, whatever, and
He
was
posting
like,
every 5 minutes. What work you getting?
so, you know, I had to come back with a little sass or whatever.
What city you work?
And I had got with a guy, and it was over before it even, you know what I'm saying, started.
Okay.
So then I started kind of pressing up on him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, no, you know what I'm saying, you know, go with your man or whatever, go be with your man.
You played it cool.
Yeah, he was trying to play it cool.
Take my headphones off. It's probably the way. Dang. So true.
He was trying to play it cool, but then I had got a message like a few hours later. It was like breakfast tomorrow, and we literally been together every day.
Was you nervous when you sent that message, man? He said, man, okay, come through, love. Go ahead, Virgo. I'm gonna let you rock the heads.
As a married black man myself,
Yes,
seeing black love.
Yes.
Something
I
that's
just got
amazing.
sit over here and like,
In the toxic world.
hey.
Listen, this man been toxic since I met him.
There you go.
I don't like things a little different.
7
You
years.
start to notice yourself at McDonald's like,
You want? This man's been that way since I met him.
How do you feel about the how do y'all deal with temptation? Now, there's an open policy. Don't go fussing at him when you're in the parking lot.
I already know what he's gonna say before he even said it. But
That's how you know you in sync. When you know what your other partner is thinking.
When I didn't even finish talking, she was just like,
because I'm gonna tell you, in the relationships, it's more so the man fucking up. But it was me.
Pretty T, you was really bagging on what you mean.
I was bagging him, but then I bagged the one, and I still fucked up. Yeah.
Was it early?
It was early, but
was it like a big one, or something slight?
Well,
So
I
trying to get it
broke
off right
the
now?
trust, so it was something big, but it was something slight.
Did you let something slight touch you? You seem too cool to even let that bother you.
He went off.
Oh, so this?
No, it wasn't this.
This we got a representative. He cool right now.
It wasn't
So
this.
let me ask y'all this: do y'all feel like the image of black love is portrayed in the right light?
For sure.
I do.
Nah, I'm not gonna let it sit there. I feel when people say black love, they only saying I want two black people to be together regardless. I want them to succeed.
Right.
But if they're bad for each other, no, that's still black. You don't talk down to black love. He could be beating her ass. Well, that's black love. No, it's not.
No, that's not. That's black relationships or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But that's not black love.
So tell me what black love is, Virgo.
The black love is right there. You don't see that? Like, for me, my wife, I know we there for each other. I got her back. She got mine. I ain't got to question that.
Move your mic to the other side, brother.
We good right here?
I said the other side.
What you?
Just like that. Go ahead, bro.
Like, that's really what you concerned about? We having this deep ass conversation. You worried about
I had to make sure people was going ahead.
I make sure the vibe, right?
So yeah, like with me and my relationship, like I said, we know I got her back, she got mine. We gonna ride for each other regardless of the situation. You know what I'm saying? All that toxic shit you used to. It's like, no, I was fucking. But no, yeah, I'm not. I don't even have to think about. I know my wife at home, taking care of my kids, making sure we good, keeping our family together. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we making this tough. We did here. We drink it. We having a good time. Okay, how do you reestablish trust once it's broken?
Baby.
Don't look at him.
No, you talking to me?
I'm talking to you first.
You gotta do the work. Like that trust been broken from a person that you thought wouldn't do that shit to you. So you just gotta stay committed and show them that you really.
But somebody, I go into my relationships where I never ever promise that I'm not gonna hurt you, because I'm setting an unrealistic expectation.
Right.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna piss you off.
Right.
I'm gonna do something that's gonna make you look at me different.
Right.
So I let you know that. But what I can say is, if I do wrong you, I'm gonna jump back and I'm gonna try to fix that, because some people are so against pain. Even like what you did, something small could just But that's a problem for me, because if you can't handle that, so a big problem, you definitely out of here.
Wow.
So I need somebody who, when shit get a little tough, you gonna still rock, be mad, you gonna cuss me out.
Right.
But we ain't gotta break up, because I like the picture. Ain't that right? Yeah. That's it.
I mean, that's definitely true, but I 1000% trust this man. So I liking a picture and all that. I mean, but we've been through that, because you know, I would say little stuff and he would reassure me. I don't really have no issues about trust and, you know, this, that, and the third, because he makes me feel that way.
All right, so let me ask y'all this. Y'all feel like social media is too involved in our relationships these days?
Yeah.
I say it's the main cause of why they break up.
But you say that, but would you look different on a woman who say, I don't have no social media, zero?
I don't think so, because I don't think that wouldn't even be in the conversation then. But it's only really in the conversation for those who idolize it.
Right.
Gotcha.
How much time out of your day do you spend on it? Think about it.
When you think about it,
and then how much time of that could you put to either your situation, your kids, or betterment for yourself?
Well, this goddamn man, I'm not going to talk to him. He made me want to start a catering business.
listen, for our viewers, y'all know sometimes I don't talk a lot, but I've been a sponge for this, man. Like, I just been listening, soaking in all the information.
Right,
because I don't want to interrupt and miss something good. You know what I'm saying?
So I see how Pretty T definitely, got on this business world.
Yo, he need to write a book.
He in the process.
He already started something.
Oh, Ty, you late. He already there.
I can tell you the name. It's called My Right, My Wrong, and My Dumbass Way of Doing Things.
All right, so when it drop, let me know. Hop in the DM so we can go ahead and place that order because I need that.
I'm gonna do an ebook. You know what I mean?
What's your biggest life goal? First of all, that ebook gonna be fire. We're gonna slide past that. But with you, Pretty T, I'm gonna ask you a difficult one. Let's say you can't cook. Like, that skill is gone. Do you have something that you will fall back on, another passion?
I'll build her some arms. I'm sorry.
My man said she gonna get it regardless. I can't do it.
Everybody be out here like this.
But it would definitely be because, by me being a rec leader, I didn't just fall into that. I used to be a preschool director. So it would definitely be children. It's always the people.
You'll be getting this bag for a while.
Man, I was getting a bag, but I wasn't getting no benefits. So that's the way
that be the
thinking
fucked
about
up.
it.
$60 an hour, no health care.
We'll give you all the money, but fuck how y'all bring your ass to work.
That be the setup.
And then for me, it's like I done seen little kids 2 years old, 3 years old with real life anger problems. Like, why are you mad when you're 3? It got to be stemming from your household. So that would be me coming.
I was definitely in anger management. I was like 8 years old.
Me too. Shout out to Bill Marie.
I think that anger be sometimes come into place because y'all be trying to focus on whatever it is, whatever you know what I mean. You might get centered in, or whatever the case was. Somebody fucked up y'all synergy. You know what I mean?
Right.
And once they did that, it was a wrap.
Yes, sir.
I feel like that would definitely be my purpose, just to help people.
So you can't be Malcolm X at the same time. So you give me real. I just want to help people.
I do.
But you seem so humble. You were so reckless.
I mean,
who is this?
Listen, with age comes wisdom. If you don't elevate and grow as you get older, then you wasting your time.
You really, I'm beautiful. Like, I'm so confident in who I am. Like, I know when I walk in the room, and that's one of the things he like about people just look at me, stare at me. You know what I'm saying? You could put me next to Beyonce. I'm going to still feel like I'm Pretty T.
Well, first of all, Pretty, let me ask you are pretty. So, as a full-figure woman, do you feel like that hindered you or stopped you in any way, regardless relationships, work, anything like that? Because I know...
Never.
I know now it took a while for full-figure, thick women to get the love.
It did. And I'm going to say, probably when I was a teenager, all my cousins are small. Just little shit, going to the stores, not being able to find nothing. But, honestly, I was abused because I developed early. So in high school, I was abused in the gym by a bunch of guys. So I started wearing big clothes because I would see how people would look at my body. And I was like, no, they on some perverted shit, you know what I'm saying? So I would wear big clothes, and I never really had
You went to high school out here?
I went to Carver. Yeah, I went to Carver. Okay. And it just wasn't the best. When you coming from being abused, physically, you don't really understand I asked for this body. You know what I'm saying? So I just developed that self-confidence. That's what really got me on my men stuff. Because I didn't like the way they would look at me like I'm a piece of meat. And, you know what I'm saying? All that. But
for some reason, people think that thicker women have such low confidence.
They do. They say that big women, I don't want to say this, you know, on my son in here, but they good for cooking.
That's it.
And, you know, and I'm like, I beg to differ. I'm all that, but I never had a problem pulling a man. I never had a problem being around smaller women. And, you know, I'm just confident in who I am. I wear crop tops, this, that.
After that situation, when you were wearing the long shirts, where does confidence come from? You was like, nah, I'm not going to live like this no more.
Definitely probably my family. Like, I have a lot of males in my family, and they would always say, you know, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that. No matter how big you are, how smart you are, you come from a family that, you know, don't let nobody. My older cousins, they told me, male cousins, they would dug the shit out of women. They always tell me, you know, don't do this, don't be that, don't do that. Hold yourself up here. My aunt basically raised me. Make sure you got your shit in order. You know, make sure your bra match. I know. So I'm like, you know, hey, that
ain't never stopped, not near nothing.
No, not at all. Not at all. And it's so
I ain't never said white bra, black
It's so surprising to me because women will come in my DM like, you so confident, you so thick, you know, how do you do it? And I'm like, just be yourself.
But I understand, be yourself. But what if I say, because I've been through it, everybody's been through it, being yourself will probably can sometimes get you bullied the worst. That's why people want to be different people, because
you gotta be strong though. Like you gotta be strong within yourself. You gotta have that self-esteem, that high self-confidence, because life ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? This shit hard.
All that bullying shit come from they don't like their self.
Right.
So they don't like anything about them. So they don't like that you like yourself so much. They hate that you feel
they don't like that. Yeah.
They hate you. Oh shit, this not gonna bother me like that. Why the fuck don't it bother you?
Hurt people.
Okay, with your son right here, I'm gonna ask your man first, because I know your answer gonna be different.
Okay.
So he come to you as a man, and he say, "Listen, I'm going through something at school. I'm getting bullied." How you gonna approach that? Matter of fact, how long you been in young boy life?
Yeah.
All right, so how would you approach it as a father figure, stepdad, however you want to go with it?
Well, I would first allow him to express the whole situation through and through, because you know a lot of times with children you have to pick the story out.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, you're not just gonna get the whole story on the first day. You're gonna have to ask a couple questions, get up in there, you know, go on. So I kind of would, you know, attack it with, well, what was your place in the whole scenario versus going with the
Bugs.
You know, if he hit you, hit him back. But you know, I also tell him to protect himself. You know, you always should protect yourself, and the best way you can protect yourself is by being aware.
Appreciate you.
Like, you can have a gun all you want to. If you're not aware of somebody else with a gun right just before you, then you already lost.
So, as a man, when somebody comes, but like I was just saying, you seem more like, all right, well, tell me the whole story. What did you do? Like, tell me how you got
so that we properly know how to attack it. Because a lot of times we'll say, Johnny hit me. Well, did you talk about his mom?
Yeah, they don't say that.
What did you do? Did you knock his food off? What was your role in it, so that I could tell you efficiently, like, how to get through that scenario, so that, you know, you're not just like lost in the sauce. It's like going up there. I'm sorry, Johnny, for you know what I mean. Like, you gotta really know the full background.
I respect you for giving me the matter of fact. I respect you for giving me a different answer. Because I was expecting you was going to give me the rah answer.
No, not for me.
Because if you attack with rah, that might be your last hurrah.
Right, because he going to attack you with the same
Right.
energy.
At school.
Mm-hmm.
They doing it early.
No, they don't care no more.
They
Doing it,
don't.
and then check this out. Now the parents that came up there.
Yep.
And now who you talking to
Right.
about the situation? You ain't talking to nobody. Now it's all action. So, you know, you gotta really.
How about you, Mom?
Yeah.
Your son getting bullied. We got the peace for him.
Well, I mean, we done already been through this, and I'm definitely more of that. I want to know because I am a preschool. I got that education, so I want to know what happened. But then I want to, me as a mom, I'm gonna try and go up there, see what's going on, see how I can get a conference with the parents
Mama bear.
on some honest. No, I'm not on a rah unless I got to be.
Yeah, then it's something else.
And then it's something else. So I try not to let it get there because, like he said, like before I met him, I went through something super, super traumatic that almost ended lives.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ended lives and got somebody in jail because of dumb shit.
When you think back, the dumb shit, though.
I definitely respect your answer because my mother.
Oh, that early 90s?
I mean, my son 13.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had incidents about bullies maybe about 4 times because my son is like he quiet.
Mm-hmm.
He in his shell. He don't bother nobody.
That's me at his age. I wasn't really that outgoing.
He's not
person to be exactly what he doing right now. That's what I be doing.
And that is definitely
That's
him.
right.
And with those introverts, my son will snap and it'll be bad.
Listen, I'm gonna come from my experience. I was just like that. I think I was super quiet, didn't really talk. I was in probably 6th or 7th grade. I didn't bother nobody. I think I had got just jumped at like a bus stop. And I think that was the defining moment where I was like, one, you find out who you are when someone makes you a victim.
Right.
So you either going to stay in that victim mentality or you going to be like, nah, never again.
Right.
So when you was talking about snapping, it was at that point, once it happened, I remember I went to the mirror of my bathroom crying. And I was like, this will never happen to me again. Never fight. 2 weeks. I'm snapping. So now I'm whipping ass.
Hell yeah.
The bullying stopped. And it's crazy that it gotta get to the air where the quiet kid gotta bust you upside your head.
Right.
Now you like,
but then that makes you look stupid because it's like, what you bothering him for?
And that's what they always say. Why you mess with him?
That's why, because he is that quiet person.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I had my moment where I had to check niggas before it got to the fight.
Right.
Like when I was like 10 years old.
He said,
I was like 10 and I fell off my bunk bed and I chipped my tooth. So for like a good 6 years, my shit was chipped, and that would be the one thing kids will always talk about. So then I'm like, yo, I just got tired of that shit. I'm like, yo, I checked the whole class at one moment. Like, yo, leave me the fuck alone. I hear this shit every day. That shit ain't gonna change.
Right.
Leave me alone before I slap one of you motherfuckers. Ain't nobody fuck with me.
I mean, you turned to the chip dude that can fight.
Yeah.
We wasn't messing with you.
Like,
See, and that was not me. I was taught to fight. I was trained to go all the time. Men, women. It didn't, boys, girls. It didn't matter. I was a fighter.
She's an equal opportunity.
I like that.
I couldn't pass that to my children because the times is different.
The times is different because the men. I'm going to ask the men in the room, where do you think this, I understand we all got into little situations with our wives, our girlfriends.
What is a situation?
I said
That's some
situation.
vibes.
Go ahead.
We all been in a situation with our lady. That thing's got a little physical, nothing crazy. But where do you think this pussy made?
I haven't, because my wife crazy.
Well, never do it. Where do you think this whole men really beating on women came from? Like, that ain't never been
There
cool.
was something in their childhood or something in their life that made them think that shit was okay.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that.
Like, as aggressive and offsetting my father sometimes can be, he's never let me see him ever put his hands on my mother, my stepmother, nothing. Ain't not near woman I've ever seen my father with, I've ever seen him put his hand on a woman. Like, that's something they whoever's doing it, they saw that somewhere and it made them in their mind think that shit was okay.
Yeah, and that's what it was for me. You know what I'm saying? My mom was in an abusive relationship for years with my dad to the point that she couldn't even look at me sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't, pass that down to my children.
Did you, when you were getting out of that crazy phase, and you, like you said, you was loving men that she was getting in physical altercations with, have you ever...
I wasn't loving it. I would just fight back.
You would just fight
and
back.
I would stay.
Okay. And when you got with your man here, and that wasn't the case, you said that threw you off?
I mean, you know how you say you want somebody to argue back? I don't really want nobody to argue back with me. But I mean, like, I wasn't prepared for him. Like, I'm not trying to talk. Like, the fuck you got me fucked up.
Oh, wow. That's powerful.
Like, we're gonna settle. Like, you say your wife is crazy. Like, yeah, I'm a little cuckoo. You know what I'm saying? But
that's growth. She
Yeah,
can
it
admit
is.
that about herself. Like, look, I'm not the one to fuck with.
She definitely gave that vibe. She said, hey, listen, I'm a director. First of all, her old title was used to be director. So she been getting this bag for a minute. Yeah, I directed. What you do after that? I directed it again. And then what you do? I started a business. What?
I mean, I never wanted to be like an assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, once I perfected my niche, which was at that time preschool, you don't need to do it like this. You need to do it like this. So all the applications that I filled out was for directors. Cause yeah, I'm worth it. Like, I know my shit. So, and I know how to help people.
Facts.
So.
Do you feel like you, coming from this city, do you feel like we have a crab in a barrel mentality?
Oh, yes.
Definitely.
My fucking
Tell me a
God.
story. Give it to
That
me.
was really one of my reasons for not, because here, I feel like it's more, and social media plays a part in this, they don't support who's good, they support who's popular.
That's a fact.
I'm not the most popular because I don't always like to be seen. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to always don't tag me and everything, and I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I want you to know me for this, not for this. So I'm like, getting backlash. I had one person, oh yeah, you selling platters, I'm doing it too. We neck and neck. What's up? No.
But see, hold on. Some people thrive off of external and internal motivation.
Right.
You thrive off internal.
Yeah.
For them, if you would have responded back, that would have kicked that shit off.
It would.
You stopped somebody's dreams.
I ain't stopped nobody's dreams because you know what I said? I said, hey, congratulations on your business. That's what I said. I don't see no competition, and everybody could be doing podcasts, but they won't do it like you.
Right.
We could be doing the same thing and all be millionaires.
It's when it comes to Baltimore, and when you say Baltimore, it is a very small place.
It is.
When you take out the counties, PG County, Baltimore ain't nothing by 13 blocks.
And just imagine, I don't know what you do. I can't do what you do. You can't do what I do.
That's a
I
fact.
can't do what he does. And for y'all, you say you a peer producer? just imagine all of us opening up a business.
I just found that out.
I mean, we're stronger together.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of grasp that. A lot of people in Baltimore, they don't grasp that. They believe that, oh, she gonna be bigger than me, or he gonna be bigger than me, or party promoters. They don't no. We can all do it together, right?
No chain.
Right.
She got no change.
Shit, I had one. Yeah. You'd be surprised.
It's not just Baltimore. That's a black community in general.
It is. But we live in Baltimore, so we see the shit every day. So it might be, pumped up a little bit more because this is our city. So you would expect love from your city.
Yeah.
Like somebody out here doing something nice and you won't critique them. Instead, I told you I'm going to go down there and give them people platters. I would hope that I would get the support. You know what I'm saying? And not anything negative. I'm not trying to be on that type of time.
I thought that for a while, but then I think it was like yesterday, since I've been doing this podcast, we've been doing this podcast.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I got you. So
he opened the door.
Even with the small business, I think I was on St. Paul Street. Sorry, brother, I forgot your name. When you make a right on St. Paul Street, he had like a tent, was selling clothes. So I rode past him one day, didn't say nothing. Second day, he was still out there. So I rode past, stopped. He was like, yeah, brother, I'm just trying to get up out of my situation. Why? Cool. So I'm like, all right. I like, here at the Vibes Podcast, we bring anybody black. I don't care if you just started or if you darn fleet with 100,000.
Right.
I pulled up. I'm like, yo, come on the show. I seen this page. He had to be like 40s. But I'm like, nah, this man's still hustling.
Right.
So I went his page. His shit jumping. But you wanting to know because he don't promote it. He's outside. So simple things like that, even with your platters, you might not be the biggest name. But if somebody see you and taste what I tasted, oh yeah, I'm coming back. I'm loyal.
And I know that, so that's why I don't trip ever.
Oh yeah, I'm placing an order. I'm letting you know that now.
I'll send you a menu.
You know who the driver gonna be.
So we was talking about age earlier and like circumstance based, like you feel like starting. Listen, Jeff Bezos is the richest motherfucker in the world,
right? And
he didn't start till he was 40.
Mm-hmm.
So you listen, situations change.
Right.
You know what I mean? You was talking about old boy just now. Mm-hmm. You said he in his 40s. Tomorrow, that man could be the second richest man in the world. You never know.
Right.
That's a fact. But let's speak on the statistics. There can be 1,000 good chefs. You might not never blow up. You might never get that money. You gotta, some people have a shelf life. So I see where the urgency is, where I gotta do this. Because not everybody gonna make it. Statistically, you might not make it.
Right.
So it don't matter how hustle you got, how much money, it might not be in the cards. So some people get scared. Like, yeah, I know I'm gonna be good at this, but damn, it's that doubt. I could fall in this other hole.
So that brings a question to mind, and I want everybody's opinion on this. Do you feel like it's more important to be the next, and let's just use the chef word. Do you feel like it's more important to be the next Gordon Ramsay or be the first Pretty T?
Oh, definitely the first Pretty T.
That's the hardest route.
Definitely the first Pretty T because my story is not his story.
Mm-hmm.
It could be, like I told you, it could be a little girl in a homeless shelter that want to cook. She don't have that backing from her family because it is all about your environment and the people that you surround yourself with. So for every doubt in your head, if you got a motherfucker like this saying, nah, or let's find this out. Okay, we can't do this. Let's do it this way. Versus if you got a motherfucker like, yeah, you can't do that shit. I mean, you tried.
Dream crushers.
Right. Like, that can definitely play a part.
You sold one platter on your first day. Like that could kill your whole dream.
Then there's some people that they don't want to be known for certain things or doing this and doing that. They want to sell one platter. They want to make sure that they know in their self that they did that. And that's fine. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's not for me. I'm going, yeah, because I haven't been doing that. It's like you're sleeping on your talents and you don't even know. Find your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Talk to God. Or I was reading this book, saying if you don't believe in God, find something called a source energy. Find that source energy and talk. That's the only way. And change your mindset and change your environment. I had this guy, great basketball player, smoke weed all the time. Smoke weed at the job. You know what I'm saying? He had baby mother problems. He left his baby mother. He got his own place. I be seeing him on a computer. He done clocked in every single day. He doing BNBL leagues. It's your environment sometimes. Mm-hmm. It really is. So I feel like, that plays a part in that. But no, I don't want to be nobody but me.
Listen, your confidence is radiance.
No, I only said that because there's a lot of people out here that if they feel like they can't be the next whoever, it's not going to happen.
Right.
And
it's okay to pull. I'll look at different chefs and pull kind of different things from them. Oh, he doing reels. Or, you get like 6,000 views from the reels. Let me do a reel. But I'm not going to do his reel. Because then that wouldn't be my authentic self, I think.
When did you start doing reels?
I don't do reels. I do TikTok videos.
Okay. And reels are doing numbers.
Yeah. They really are.
So with this journey, I'm going to take something from you. We don't expand to the TikTok. So you got a whole nother audience that we ain't know about that you tapped into.
And that's when I get like 2,000-3,000 views. Because they like to see you cook. Mm-hmm. They don't like to see you finish product. Yo, I know people who aren't even certified chefs with fucking cookbooks and shit.
Yes. It's some guy on there, I don't know if you've seen it. It's a black husky. When he come on, he be like, "Are you hungry?"
That we was looking at him earlier.
See?
I would take stuff from him. His personality, but he got 1 million. Like he doing something right.
Because I was scrolling, so you hungry? I was like, shit, right?
Yeah, you watched that video.
I think because when we first started our reels, I took it from somebody. I was like, all right, let's start doing this.
Right.
Then I was seeing it. I was like, 1K in 5 minutes.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Listen,
like, my phone be blowing up from notifications off them reels. Okay, let's continue.
Let's do another one. So you gotta put that.
Another one.
Yep. No, real shit. So the TikToks are kind of like the equivalent to the Reels. They're just on a different platform. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to get into Reels actually now as we speak because I want to actually cook more and show them. I offer, one-on-one cooking lessons with Pretty T, aside from the platters and the meal prep and the catering.
So you just gonna touch everything. You got meal preps, catering, delivery driver. You got everything mapped out.
Yeah. What was... Did not hear me earlier say boss?
Oh, she's a boss.
Capital BOSS. Boss.
She wanted the empire.
Yeah, she's a definite boss. What was your worst failure starting out? Because I hear the Jordan numbers. What was something starting out that really buckled your knees?
So it was definitely the first day. The first time I sold the platters, like I went in the bathroom and cried because I felt like my sauce was just horrible. And I still gave it out because...
Was it horrible or was it the best you had?
It wasn't the best I had. I was nervous. I told you I had to get back to work.
Mm-hmm.
So the fucking pot burned. I was like, man, and I had like 20 orders from the post office. And you know,
this was first day.
This was my first. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's all I really had, though. I didn't have any outside orders because my mom worked for the post office, and she was so proud of what I was doing. She showed everybody her menu, and you know, they placed their orders or whatever. And I think the breadsticks wasn't all that, you know, good in a toaster. I had like 20 minutes for the pickup. And my bags, I didn't have, you know, like thank you bags. It just wasn't as professional. So once my mother left, I just went in the bathroom and cried. And then I got, you know, the notification like, girl, this food good as hell, you know? And I'm like, what? So that really was like one of the worst ones. I've been fortunate enough, you know, on this journey to, you know, not really have a lot of them aside from my own shit. Like, girl, you know you're supposed to be in there working on your shit. You know, I'm at the casino, you know, stuff like that. So aside from my own personal, that probably would have been, you know, the worst one.
What was your rollout like before your first I'm doing delivery? You took months, weeks? Like, how did you plan it out?
A month. It was Christmas when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and I was with my cousins down there, and they was like, "Hey, you still gonna do the dinners?" And they kind of gave me a weird look, like, "You ain't gonna do this shit," because I was supposed to do drinks before this. I was supposed to do alcoholic drinks, and I was supposed to do a lot, and I just never did it. And they kind of like looked at me like, "You ain't going." I was just like, you know, say less. So the beginning of the year, I had did it. I had put my menu out, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it." And I did it. And I've been doing it ever since.
I'm going to let you lead it. I got so many damn questions.
Listen, like I said, I'm just soaking up the knowledge at this point. You just gotta learn sometimes.
Whoosh.
Ain't nobody worried about that.
But me.
Well, yeah, yo, do you all realize how valuable the black mom really is in those work? Like, she was saying, all her first orders came from her mom in the post office.
And even still, to this day, my mother is the first person that I send the menu to.
Like, listen, whenever, like, you remember fundraising back in the day when you was at elementary school? My mom used to be the one that's selling all that shit. She take that shit to work.
Right.
Yeah, but all her co-workers
all the
shit.
pieces.
Like, I'm always getting a prize because I'm always selling something because my mom gonna be the one to do it.
Well, my mom was so proud of me because I told you I wasn't always like this. Like, the entrepreneur mindset, I didn't always have that. So she wanted to support me in any way that she could.
I got my entrepreneurship early on, but my mom was the one to be like, yeah, I want you to be able to do that.
Right.
Like, she didn't push me for school or not. She made sure, like, look, whatever you want to do is what I want you to do.
Yeah, my mom, I didn't have that. My mom wasn't like that.
So, yeah, that's what, like, with hearing certain stories, you learn how valuable your mom is, or however your support, whoever your support system is, you realize how valuable they are to your life. Seeing stuff like, hey, what y'all got right here,
right?
You already know he gonna be the one to support you, no matter what.
Right.
Always got your back. So my mom was that for me. I lost her 10 years ago now, but now I have my wife. Right. So you always gonna need that one person that's like, look, we gonna make it regardless.
Yeah, and that's what you need.
And I don't think that we really realize sometimes that we do need it, because you'll be like, oh, I'm good. I got it by myself. I don't need this, and then the first person to tell you, oh well, give you constructive criticism, you take it as negative criticism, and you'll be like, oh, push them away. But nah, that you need that.
Right, you do. To perfect your business. Yeah. And I wasn't always like that. Like, he would tell me stuff, and I'd be like, nah, this is my business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some things I agree with, and some things I don't. But, you know, I always listen, because that's what you definitely need.
Alright, so I'm going to jump into this segment that we usually do here at the Vib3z Podcast. There's a lot of shit going on in the world. Locally, nationally, globally. It's a lot of shit going on, you know.
Globally.
PPP, all that bullshit. Who y'all feel like really need they ass whooped? Like, I'm talking down home, South Carolina, go outside and get the switch ass whooping for the shit you done seen. This could be somebody you met yesterday. You could have met this nigga on the way in here today. Whoever.
I don't
Who need
know
their
about
ass
that one. I'm a pass it to King.
You saying like as an entity, or this could be just one person?
It could be
Anybody,
whoever.
anything.
It don't make no difference.
Uncle Sam.
Hey, listen, Uncle Sam always need his ass whooped.
Uncle Sam, that's one. But the way you can better yourself on that is just literally just, if you're gonna play the game, why not read the rules?
Right.
You know what I mean? So that'd be the first step. But nah, like, I mean, I'm gonna say anybody out there, and this is people that I might not have seen. Anybody that feel like you gotta use a gun to end it.
Mm.
Because, like I said, I got a lot of people that's not here. You know what I'm saying? And I just wish somebody would have whipped it. I was just saying this to you yesterday. Like, I really wish that somebody would have whipped their ass over using a gun.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's that. To answer that question, that's for them. All them people that's not here. You know what I'm saying? I really wish that somebody could have whipped their ass into understanding, or either just being aware. That's my biggest thing, like just being aware. You know what I mean? You not, especially here, you sleeping. Oh, man. You can be sitting outside your house, man. Last night you sitting outside your house.
Yeah. I'm gonna take his answer. I'm a fool.
I was just about to say, two niggas, who your ass whooped for the day?
I'm gonna do the same. I mean, but everybody was saying here, it's an environment thing. It's who you're around, because you can come from a fucked up environment, but meet him or somebody else, and like he was saying earlier, back in the day with that situation he had, he could have bust your head, but growing in different environments, being around different people, he said, nah, you know what? It's not even worth that. But you gotta respect the people. You gotta respect the crazies, because not everybody got that. Right. So these youngins out here will really, they don't want to hear all that. Right. So, you know, I understand.
Can I just say
Go
one
ahead.
thing?
Say what you got to say, brother.
One thing. To all of them, I show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
But some people, hold with that, some people want that future. So we can't always hang around them.
But that's the beauty of life, though. Everybody got had a choice.
Yeah.
So, you know, even if, like, your success will never impede on mine. Mm-hmm. You might not know that to anybody out there. You might not feel like that. You might feel like what I'm doing is fucking up your shit, but no, honestly, it's really not.
It really ain't shit.
It really ain't. You know what I mean?
Well, T, you gotta give it to us one time. Tell us who, you know, where people can find you and why you stand out on these streets. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the floor.
Well, everybody, you guys can always find me on Facebook, Dennis by Pretty T LLC. Instagram, Dennis by Pretty T LLC, for the ultimate food experience. This is more than just a platter experience. I'm providing quality and A1 customer service equals a guaranteed lifetime customer. And as always, thank you so much for your support, guys.
You know that. I'm telling you. This right here?
It's nothing else that you feel like
right
you need to know.
Need that in your life.
If there's anybody out here who's been on their mind trying to start a business, trying to start a podcast, just trying to leave a bad relationship, trying to level up, trying to do anything that you want to do, you can do it. So here's to limitless potential. Here's to knowing your worth. Here's to, you know, doing every single thing that you want to do because you can do it. That's what I would want to tell to the people.
I'm going to give you your flowers because I was about to end this, but it was on my heart. So, at the Vib3z Podcast, we cater to everybody, but from all the guests that we've had, no cap.
Oh, don't make
You
me
came and you are about your business, but we actually learned something about you from the shelters, from getting your man,
right.
from being rowdy,
right.
to grandma. Like, you took us on a journey to what it was like to be Pretty T.
I'm telling the journey, and that's what I post. I don't just post food stuff on my Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I post when I'm doing good. I post when I'm having a bad day, because I want people to know that if I can do it, if I can come from being a straight up bitch, like using men and doing this and doing that, if I can change around, you can do the same thing. Like, we're stronger together. I'm not better than you. I'm not trying to be more important or grand. Like, I'm here to help you. I'm here to motivate, inspire, and literally that's what I want to do. I want to know people.
A lot of people don't show the whole journey. They show the highlights. They show the good shit.
The reels?
What? Niggas say, yeah, I made this bag today, I made this bag yesterday. But how many bags did you lose 3 days ago?
Right.
Yeah, what was your failure?
Right.
Yeah,
people buy bad news. So.
They love bad news. Bad news is worth more than money sometimes.
But at the end of the day, that's not going to stop me. I told you my first orders, my job didn't want me to take off at all. I could have that was the devil. And we had just had a falling out. No lie. We was about to be on some break type shit. I was in the kitchen, 1 o'clock in the morning, cutting salmon, crying, tears, but I had to go forward with the shit. My job didn't even want to let me off. I said, okay, I'm going to run home. I'm going to take an extended break, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to bang it out, and I went back to work. And I posted that on my Instagram. I didn't just say, oh, hey, I'm sold out. I was like, let me tell y'all what the fuck happened to me. To let them know that if y'all going through some shit, don't let that shit stop you. Don't, and it went 5-6 years ago would have stopped me. That's why my cousins was like, is you selling dinners? You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't have fucking went through with it, but I did. The show, my kids. My daughter is glued to my hip. She asked me one time, when you coming back? I miss you. I work 1 to 9. I just looked at that long ass time like, no. I don't want my son see me tired coming home from work. No, it's bigger. My son is a genius when it comes to technology. He could do this whole thing.
Talking.
He can do he can put a whole computer together.
Oh, that's a skill.
You know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't I want to show him everything that they're teaching you in school is not what it's cracked up to be? Do they teach you about credit? You know what I'm saying? Do they teach you about home ownership, or do they want you to rent? Do they want you to get a 9 to 5? Do they want you to work under them?
9 to 5.
They teach you about mental health, how to
Right.
deal with the shit that you're going through at home.
Yeah, the credit and all that is not taught enough in schools. Because I took an economics course in school.
But what?
Economics.
The sweet office is getting to me. But
It's a red wine.
I took an economics course in school, but it's not the deep knowledge you need from it. They give you the basics.
Yeah.
They give you the basics of it. It don't give you the knowledge you really need. And then a lot of schooling is whitewashed to me. Like, it's not the real story. It's not what you really need from it, especially from when they teach our history.
Yeah.
It's not taught enough. It's not taught the right way.
It's taught Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and Rosa Parks.
Hell yeah.
Reminds me about that stop sign, that red light that you at. You know what I mean? But before we get out of here, you hit on it. Talk about how you, when you speak to the mic for this one, talk about how you manage your mental health as a black man. Yeah, I say this for you.
Shit, you was talking about wrapping up a minute. I'm glad you did.
Yeah, now I got questions.
I mean, honestly, how I dealt with it and how I'm dealing with it is through figuring out who I am as a person and where I fit in the world.
Mm.
You know, like, even people just liking money, you know, that be their ultimate greed or goal, but don't even realize how to get it. The first step to even probably just making $1 million, and I just found this out,
We all about to find this out.
is literally touch 1 million people. If you can touch 1 million people, just think what you do with your day, like in your 24 hours, and what Jeff Bezos do. He's constantly touching billions of people with his product, his business and nonprofit. So, you know, a lot of times, even if I'm dealing with a situation, I find myself not wanting to talk. But I had to dig deeper into figuring out myself in that moment and say, well, you know, look at it from an omniscient view so that I can really understand myself and understand what maybe pissed me off or what got me here. You know, and a lot of people have a lot of things that have pissed them off. I only chose now 2, my grandmother and this one.
But how do you cipher when you having the shittiest day to be like, you know what? That's not in its grand scheme. That ain't really important.
Well, that's why I said, like, before, like, I'm 17, just always placing blame, angry, and stuff like that.
Mm.
But, like I said, over time I got tired of running up against that wall. I'm doing the same things every year. I think about the whole thing. Like, I get mad at the same shit. I spend my money on the same shit. I'm not taking trips. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. But then something just hit me. It just was like, do you want to keep going through these same scenarios next year? Like, what do you want to do with yourself? Like, and then it started to, you know, now, like, I write everything down in my, you know, I got like a few books, you know what I'm saying, where I just, you know, you got to plan everything out. A lot of us, you know, well, people, our first step to even, we want, like, we want to be this, you know, that. We look at little baby, or we look at these people that are up in society, but not willing to take what it took to get there.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? It took probably a lot for maybe little baby to get to where he at. Nobody talks about. We don't talk about his chain, how much money he holding in his hand, what type of clothes he got on, and all that shit. You can't take with you when you die. You can't take that shit with you. You ain't gonna take it with you. And the only thing you is when somebody die, the only thing that gets took with them is their name and what they've done for someone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all ever listen to a DMX album and get to the prayer part? That's this situation. But one more before we get out of here, as a business owner with a woman with kids, how do you do the work-life balance? Because you got a job, man, kids, then you got another job, and you got your own things you want to do. So how do you work out what's going to lose today? Because sometimes, even with this, sometimes I'm not going to see my daughter to the level that I want. Then I got to work.
Right.
Then I got to do what I want for me.
Right.
So something is going to suffer at some point. So how do you go about, okay, today I don't want it to be this, but this part going to have to suffer today?
I say do the math. Just like how you did the math on what has to suffer, do the math on what it takes so nothing will. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe like add it up. Like, damn, get yourself to the point where you can own a building, have your kids in the facility at the building, you working upstairs, you get your family all. You hired everybody good.
Right.
So, what's your answer?
Same thing. I definitely. It is a balance. It really is. But we have family business, so that's what happens. I'm working on where I can be available to my children all the time, so I won't have to lack that. Because while my business is flourishing, my kids could be going through things that I don't know. So then I wouldn't, I'm so focused on this that I ain't really taking care of that, and we working on this. So I like to incorporate all of the family, let them know that we're here, and it's definitely day by day.
Day by motherfucking day. Shout out to the family member I hired.
Yes.
Engineer on
yes.
I gotta pay taxes on gas, but we don't offer health insurance. So we'll let you know.
Ain't there yet. One thing I want to say before we get out of here, though, is all the stuff we talked about. People, don't allow your situation to be your definition. You can be going through whatever you're going through right now. That don't define you. That's not your end game. That's not who you are 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Shit can change. Our guest today is living proof that shit can change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just don't be stuck.
Yep.
Oh shit! God damn, we gonna do numbers on this. Jeez,
Thank you so much.
But brother, man, you wasn't gonna be on camera.
No, he
but
was
you
like
shared
downstairs. He was like, I showed him your video because I'm like, well, I saw him smoking in there, so, and he's like, I'm ahead, and I'm like, well, you want me to go up there by myself? And he like,
yeah, when I got your door, she's like, can I go?
Yeah.
He passed me in the bathroom like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But definitely shout out your Instagram too, man.
Oh, I'm not IG right now.
Holla at this lady and drop the meals
I'll
off.
pass the info.
Well, this has been another most information-based podcast we have done.
Yes.
So I wasn't going to say nothing. I got a party, I believe, in 14 days.
Okay.
I was going to rock with another unknown catering company. But I am choosing to spend my money with you.
Man.
So when we get off here, I'm going to spend my money with you.
Snap.
I'm going to promote you. You are doing good, sis. I want to give you our flowers while you here. You really out here killing shit. I know it's different when it comes from your man, but we got eyes on you. And you doing your thing. So I want to give you your flowers. Keep doing what you're doing. And keep being professional. You know what I'm saying? You got it. This been another episode of Vibes. This your boy, 2 Double King. Your favorite Leo will swing it.
The mastermind. The best Virgo.
I don't know them too many. And also shout out to the engineer Tyrone. You don't see him, but if the sound is good, he came to work that day.
Yes.
Alright, on to another one. And it's just like that.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.